I'm out here in Midland, Texas, and I'm doing some research on the oil and gas business. And as you can see, this is what's behind me. This is Midland for you, okay? This is what I don't understand about Midland, Texas, okay, and the Permian Basin, and why everyone thinks there's so much money out here. Well, they have to live in these conditions to make their money. I don't understand. They won't listen to me about dividends. I'm telling them that I own dividend plays. Like, I'm showing them my YouTube channel, and I'm showing them how I own Devon and how I added to Devon on the weakness. And you would think it would be relatable to them, being that they're in the oil space. You would think they'd want to know about how to invest in oil companies, not just work hard every day. You want to collect dividends off these oil companies too, don't you? I'm not talking about investing in stocks. I'm talking about collecting these dividends, which you see here at $97,000 a year, paid monthly. These dividends are paid monthly. So AMSA is one of our bigger plays, and it pays, $54 a month, not much. But when you add up all these dividends together, they come out to about $8,000 to $9,000 a month. And you can see our performance and value. It's, beating the S&P 23%. We're up. S&P is only up 6, NASDAQ up 12. So we're beating the market, and we're doing it through these dividend names. I apologize for the background noise, but I'm just sitting here waiting for my plane, and I need to make this video and get this off of my chest. So on the way to the airport, I saw a Ferrari parked outside of a trailer park. And most people would laugh at that and say, man, that's just big money that people in the oil field have. And, they're lucky to be making all this money. I disagree, because they're buying the Ferrari without putting it into dividends first. You put it in the dividend funds, and then you buy the Ferrari. So they're just repeating a vicious cycle. They're living a lie, in my opinion, by having to work in this hellhole all year and take their big paycheck, which I agree is a large paycheck. They take it and they spend it on a Ferrari or something like that, or a house. Well, now you got to keep working in this vicious circle just to fund that Ferrari. And I'm sorry, what kind of lifestyle are they living when they have a Ferrari but in the Permian Basin? Who are you trying to show off to? What girls are you going to pick up? What is the point of having a Ferrari in Midland, Texas? Look out here. I just showed you. There's nothing out here. This is, look at this place. There's nothing here. There's a little memorial there for some oil, for some parts to an oil rig there. I mean, how fascinating. Not really. Okay, I'm really perturbed about the fact that people will not listen to me. They think I'm a Martian from outer space out here, talking about dividends instead of using my hands for manual labor and using hard work to pay their way through life. They think that I'm doing it the prima donna way, the diva way, I guess. But let me tell you about my journey briefly from oil and gas to dividends. See, I started in sand, high crush, HCLP, Emerge Energy, EMES. I owned these stocks a few years ago, and they had nice dividends, and we had a really nice run, and then we got 100% gain in these oil field services names. But then they went bankrupt. And when they went bankrupt, I had to find a new way to not only play the oil space, but to still collect those dividends, because it was becoming a way of life for me. I knew everything about sand, the ins and outs of frac sand and, zipper fracs, and how to, get the most out of your wells and increase your EURs with proppant sand. And I was really fascinated by that stuff. And it turns out that you can know all the details you want about oil and gas and frac sand, but at the end of the day, you have to have dividends to pay your way, because living this way is tough. Living out in the Midland, Permian Basin, this is a tough way of life. So when sand blew up, I had to find pipelines, okay? The pipelines, like Energy Transfer, ET, they're what pay 10 to 12% dividends and can sustain your way of life.